Welcome to Screencast, our only entertainment podcast where we all discuss entertainment news, TV shows, stream services, and movies. I'm your host, Kevin Coelho. And joining me today is the man with the three-fingered movie scale, Nick Scarpino.
That's right, baby. Swimming in Diet Coke, feeling life.
It's daddy.
Just letting life wash over me.
Swimming in Diet Coke.
Letting life swim over me like a dirty lake.
You have
like a jet ski or a dirty lake. You ever go to a lake where you're like, I should not let this water come anywhere near my orifices? Yeah. I'm like submerged fully in that water right now.
The dark juice, right?
The dark.
So Lucy O'Brien called
it the dark juice, and I was like,
dark juice?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I know that I'm not the only one, by the way, because I bought a fucking 24-pack
dark juice
of the dark juice yesterday, and there are 6 left.
No,
so
that can't be right.
People are psychos.
Yeah, I also would never touch it. I don't touch the dark juice. No, thank you.
What's the dark juice?
Diet Coke.
And to his right, my hetero life mate.
It's me.
To my left, see, I just added that for no reason.
Yeah.
You might know him as Tim, second best blue eyes in San Francisco, Gettys. This show is recorded live every Friday at 11 a.m. on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames and then posted on youtube.com kindafunnygame or kindafunny, sorry. And all our favorite podcast services. If you enjoy the video or MP3, give one of them likes. It'd mean a lot to me personally. Some housekeeping.
Yeah.
Man, fundraiser's over.
It's done.
Yeah.
We hit 80,000,
We
huh?
did it, baby.
Did. You
can go to kindafunny.com/up-and-comer if you want to nominate yourself or someone you know to have a chance to win a trip, or not win, earn a trip here for a week to be on all of the shows, not all the shows, whatever shows make sense.
Yeah.
A week of Kind of Funny Games Daily is what we're talking about.
You get an opportunity to come be a part of the office for a week, which is going to be really, really cool. It's great for me, too, because, to be honest, I'm so tired of the people in this office. We need new blood. Barrett, I thought Barrett was going to do it. And
we broke him in
assimilated
real quick,
like a Borg in 5 seconds. Started talking shit immediately. Is already on the defensive. I was like, I walked in this morning. Like, hey, Brady. He's like, what? Fuck you. What happened?
I said hello.
But you with your eyes, you told me to f off, which is not cool, man.
There's a whole bunch of stuff
this
that
is how
we're
tired
doing.
I am. I looked down. I saw red on your arms from the LED. I thought you were wearing red armbands. I was like, you're wearing wristbands? Did I not get wristbands? Why do I have wristbands?
You're the only person that has wristbands. I'm sorry.
John
your friend, John.
It was great seeing him this week, huh?
Yeah.
It
maybe
really
he'll be back
was something spectacular. Oh, he'll be here every week.
I'm excited about that.
Every Wednesday, debatable with Johnny Ace.
John L. Ace, Esquire, Notary Republic.
What a great man.
And then some Patreon producers that I want to call out. Is that right? They're called Patreon producers?
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got the list here. Trevor Starkey.
Yes.
David Meintel. Panzer.
Yes.
Jeremy Goldman.
Gotta
you
love 'em, all of 'em.
all paid to have your names read out loud like that. So I hope you...
Thank you for supporting
No,
the
I'm just
future of
kidding.
Kind
Yeah,
of Funny. Thank you all, specifically Trevor Starkey, for pushing us over the edge.
That was crazy,
to
Trevor.
make
You're an
the
insane
up-and-comer
person.
thing happen.
And to thank you, we're doing 2 of them.
We're doing 2.
Yeah, not just 1, even though that's what we promised. Because we
what are we doing, 2
do
of?
2
The
Two of
much.
these
up-and-comer
shows?
thing.
No.
Oh, we decided to do 2 of them?
The up-and-comer.
Fantastic. Now,
You were part of the conversation.
I know. I'm playing into the joke, guys. It's twice the amount of people I can corrupt. My idea is that they come in and when they leave, they're not the same, and they go back out and they spread our particular
won't be.
they spread our
there's no
particular
way.
kind of love back to whatever community
madness.
Get 'em hooked on the
or
dark
city they come
madness,
in.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the dark juice.
This show is brought to you by our sponsors, Alien, Blackout, and Robinhood, but more about that later. Now, it's time for the news. Barrett, do you have a thing, or how does this work?
News.
Oh, I really like
was
that
great.
one. I really
I
like
like
that
That was
one.
the best one so
Wow.
far. That
I
was
liked
good.
last time because it was like gross.
This one was good.
But this one was just good. Good job, Barrett.
I'll keep it.
The first story? Zombieland 2 gets a poster. Here is some of it.
Zombieland Double Tap is what
Great
they
name.
decided going with.
Great name.
I'm okay with it.
Are you
I don't
kidding
know.
me? It fits perfectly.
I know it fits. There's
It's-
something about it.
has
I'm
something
like,
to do with 2, and
Yeah.
it was a phrase used often in the first movie. Nailed it. That's how you get a sequel name. You know what I mean?
I appreciated the 10-year challenge poster that
Yeah,
they
that
did,
was really
where
cool.
It's like they recreated the original poster and they had them side by side. It's like the girl
Everyone-
behind me.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone looks the same except for that girl whose name I forget, but she's like
So
a
much
hell
older.
older now and an
so
adult.
much older. Yeah.
I'm most excited for this movie because my girl Zoe Deutsch is in it.
Yep, Zoe
Yeah.
Deutsch, and they also announced Rosario Dawson
No, I love
Rosario Dawson.
in a mysterious role.
Love that.
Yeah,
She's gonna play all the zombies.
She's probably gonna play Rosario Dawson, and they're gonna
Probably.
kill her.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
No,
I want to
Abigail
rewatch
Breslin is
Zombieland.
her
I've only
name.
seen it once, and I very
Are
much
you
enjoyed
serious?
my time.
So
Yeah.
good.
I've seen Zombieland so many times. I think, without any hesitation, it's my favorite zombie movie.
Really?
Absolutely.
You know what's funny is I was gonna watch Zombieland.
Wait, so you've never seen it?
I've seen like pieces of it. I've seen pieces of it, but what happened was Zombieland came and went. I think it came to like DVD or HD DVD right around the time that other Jesse Eisenberg movie where he like works at a fucking theme park came out.
Yes,
with Kristen
Adventureland.
Stewart, Adventureland.
Yeah.
And I got the two confused.
That's a bad.
like not I
bad
mean not
call.
really, but like subconsciously I was like
Yeah, yeah,
Adventureland, Zombieland.
So you're like,
and Adventureland was
Adventureland
kind of bad.
I didn't
And
like
so
it
I
at
was
all.
like, I don't want to watch Zombieland. And then I was like, oh, I'll watch this. And I clicked it on like TNT at 11 o'clock at night, and it was just the last 20 minutes. And I'm like, damn it. And there's a huge like fun reveal in the last 20 minutes.
Greatest moment.
And I was like, I guess I don't really need to see this movie anymore. I
You
kinda
should
got
watch it. It's
I'm gonna
very
watch
good.
it.
It's
I'm gonna
very
watch it.
good.
I'll watch it
And-
right around the time that Tim watches a goddamn Mission Impossible film.
Any of them,
Yeah.
right? Any,
Or a
except for
Shrek
two,
film.
Except for two.
Shrek, hell yeah.
That freaks me out. That just
It scares me.
outright freaks me out.
That
That
means
doesn't
that
make
we
any
you know we have a
sense.
theory that you're actually a machine. You're a super cybernetic machine sent
And
from
now
the
we
future to
can
make us
date
money.
what year you were produced.
Post Shrek 2.
Post Shrek 2.
Except
Yeah.
the only thing they showed you for the 90s, they're like, just show him Nicktoons.
That's it.
And that's pretty much it. He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Tell him
okay.
he likes to just every time anyone asks him about the 90s, he just have him say the word Pokemon, and it'll be good. Everyone will just turn around and not want to talk to him.
Oh, Detective Pikachu, man.
What?
Almost
Yeah, I
there.
can't wait for that. The director and two writers are coming back for this too, which is exciting.
That's great.
That's not exciting. The director, his last film was Venom. So
I mean, it did $1 billion.
It did $1 billion.
You know what I
So
mean?
there it is.
Yeah, whatever. It's
Yeah.
a different genre.
No, I know.
It's a lot smaller.
Also,
but
people get their hands involved and they dirty stuff up. You know what I mean?
I do.
They
I
do.
think you do.
I do.
So no one person can be blamed for Venom.
No, I can blame Tom Hardy for Venom and Michelle Williams.
He tried his
I'm gonna blame
best.
them
You know what I
both.
mean?
He certainly did.
All right, let's move on to the next.
I just ate him. Remember that part where he was like, hey, I'm going to eat this guy?
Yes.
And the woman in the convenience store was like, well, lesser of two evils, I guess.
Yeah.
The
I
guy
just
that was gonna
watched
rob
a
me or the guy
human
that
get-
could potentially fucking eat me.
That was horrifying.
Yeah, she was cool with it, though.
She was way too cool.
Way too cool with it.
Way too cool.
Yeah.
All right, next story, Barrett. All right. This was
Told
a
you.
rumor last week,
You punk ass
but
bitch.
it's real now. You
Yeah,
know
it
what I
is.
mean?
It is. Very exciting stuff.
The animated Invincible series, which is just one of two upcoming adaptations of the
make them up,
subversive hero series. Did you know that there was two movies? There is a live action movie going on and the animated?
I did not know that.
Yes.
For Invincible?
Yes. Not only that, the second one, the movie, Seth Rogen taking helm on it.
Wait, what?
Well, I know Seth Rogen bought the rights to do something with this.
It's
Is
a
this-
movie.
Who's making the animated version of it? Is
It's
that
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
I'm
Seth
excited.
Rogen.
Seth Rogen is a voice in this. Yeah. So
okay.
we are getting a movie.
Okay,
Seth
cool.
Rogen will be in both, thank God, right? Because we need more Seth Rogen in everything.
I love Seth Rogen, dude.
So scored an all-star cast to voice its characters with Steven Yeun, J.K. Simmons, Sandra Oh, and Mark Hamill, along with Seth Rogen and a couple other names.
And they announced that Steven Yeun is going to be Mark himself.
Oh, he's going to be Mark Grayson?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And that J.K. Simmons will be his dad.
That's a great cast.
It's perfect. I'm so happy.
I'm
about
Second
this.
so
only
excited.
if they cast Mark Wahlberg as Mark Grayson and Tom Selleck as his dad. That's my cast for the movie.
But that's
Mark
visually, not
Wahlberg.
voices.
I'm
though.
Mark Wahlberg. Oh, what are you doing? Dad, you can fly?
Jesus
Can I fly?
Christ.
I'm going to try to fly to Boston. They got good Philadelphia sandwiches there in Boston.
I would love to have him be the immortal. So it could be
Mark Wahlberg?
That'd be amazing.
Because then he would be Lincoln. I
Here's
just
the thing.
imagine him doing Lincoln's voice.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm free the slaves. Civil War. What I like about this is that obviously like Invincible is you can't. It's going to be very difficult to do this live action as a TV show with the budget that they're going to have. So now that it's a cartoon, I'm jacked for this. I think it could be one of the best.
But it's also going to be made as a live action movie.
Well, they'll put a lot more money behind that. But when I heard it was a series, I was like, oh god, don't do live action series because I can't stand when they try to do superhero stuff in series. Is like, and it's just not good.
So Amazon's Invincible is an hour-long series that is set to premiere globally in 2020.
Here's what I want this to be.
Hour-long.
Hour-long animated episodes?
That it says is an hour-long series. I don't think that it totals an hour.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird. I would imagine that
It's
means
just 5-minute episodes. I'm sure there are. Yeah, maybe hour-long episodes.
That
There's
seems
no way.
That seems really long, but at the same time, Invincible has the meat to
No,
fill
it
that.
does.
You know?
I just can't imagine the production budget for an hour-long
Amazon's
animated
crazy.
series.
The amount of money they're spending on this stuff. Thank God.
Amazon they make little drones that can only carry packages the size of a shoe.
Have you seen
Each
this?
drone costs $2 million.
understand.
You see this
I
guy?
understand.
They don't care
Animation
about
costs a
anything.
lot of
They
money.
don't care about anything. They don't
What
care.
happens when they tip over? Have you thought about that, Tim?
If they're hour-long episodes,
kick
we're going to
that
get
stupid
4
thing.
of them max?
For a series, probably I would imagine 6 to 8, right?
Yeah, I would imagine
Have
more.
we
of
ever
8.
had hour-long animated shows?
Not an hour-long animated show. No,
No, but
think
we've
so.
had
I mean, like,
20 minutes long shows that we have 22 in a season. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. If you redo the math, it comes out to the same thing.
pretty much, yeah. Because I mean, remember? Okay, let's take the
Yeah,
best.
it actually
let's make
does.
the best
It
cartoon
goes
ever
to 7
made.
hours.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Right,
God
that's
damn you,
22-minute
Nick.
long episodes,
He's
and they did
joking.
at
He
least
doesn't mean what he's
12
saying.
of those, at least 22 of those per season, and that was just
Yeah,
premium
but-
animation. That's better than anything that any other Spider-Man cartoon.
This is like I honestly feel like this is what the show needs.
But look at it,
Like hour-long
logistic-
episodes. Yes, let me get lost.
I
in
understand
story.
that, but
Uh-huh.
this doesn't sound right to me. And like I get what you're saying, but you guys are talking about shows that like have to hit that syndication thing of 65 episodes. So they're going for the 3 season. Like we got to
Sure,
hit that
sure.
shit.
People are saying in the chat that I don't know where they're getting this from, but they're saying it's an 8 episodes first season. And
That makes sense.
It will be hour long.
That's
that makes
insane.
sense. See,
That's insane.
It's not just insane. That's amazing.
It
I
is.
cannot wait for that. I hate that I have to wait to 2020.
And with the cast
so
too,
much.
like Mark Hamill,
Yep.
that's fantastic.
Who's Mark Hamill gonna play? You think he's Cecil?
I'll be honest with you guys.
You think he's Cecil?
Yeah.
Because that would be a
I
great
do.
Cecil.
I love Mark Hamill, but he only does one voice.
Yeah, and it's
when
a
he's
great
animated,
voice.
It's the Joker's voice.
Yes.
and then when he's live action, he's playing the trickster. I think in
Yep,
like a WB
that's
show,
right.
and he just played
in
the Joker.
everything that he
again.
does, including
And there
Last
was
Jedi.
moments in the Last Jedi where
Yeah.
you're like, "Are you just
Are
doing
you
the
doing the
Joker
trickster?
voice?" I don't know. Blue milk out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can't
Fucking
wait
hot.
for this. I think anyone that like, I really hope this is gonna be good because there's so much meat there.
I think it's going to be good. I think that they care. They care about the property. They have the right people involved on the production side and on the voice acting side. It's if they're hour-long 8 episodes, that's perfect. You're going to be able to tell that story amazingly well. I imagine if we're getting that, we're going to get past the first arc. Like I think we'll get a couple of arcs.
Yeah, I would think so too. I'd say
Maybe.
we
8
get
hours?
past the first arc. I'd say in 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you count as what issue is the first arc? Do you think? We're just ballpark it.
13. I would
Oh
say.
yeah, for sure we'll get past that.
Yeah.
But that we're gonna get past.
You think we get to the alien planet with the like termite looking aliens?
I think that's like a tease.
Yeah, that's
For
exactly
season 2.
where I was thinking we're gonna end.
What a
God,
great
what a
story.
great story.
I know. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want this story potentially fucking ruined for you for the rest of your life,
Go and read
the
it now.
comics.
Go and read
Go
it
read
now.
the comics.
Okay.
They're
15
they're
years worth of
phenomenal.
comics.
You can get literally through all 130 issues
137,
in
something like that.
probably like 4 days.
Yeah.
If you just slow
Oh my
play with a
God.
cup of coffee. It's the best comic
and
I've ever read.
It's so much fun. It gets a little boring around 70
has a couple lulls.
to 105, which sounds like a big chunk, but it's not.
Yeah.
And a little
not
boring
that
is not the
boring,
same
no.
as like I didn't want to read anymore.
There's still lots of cool shit happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of great shit. Barrett, Bad Boys for Life. We get our first look, and damn it,
Yeah, we do get our first look.
Barrett.
What's going on
That's
over here?
not the
Kev?
image.
That's
What's
the
going
image.
on over here?
No, that was the set. I gave him another image that corrected
That's
this
good.
mistake.
So what's
That's
great about
good.
this is
Who's
what's
speaking
great
out
about
there?
this
Is it Matt Reeves?
I love how Matt Reeves speaking out the back.
Oh Lord.
Where are we at here?
Hold on.
Bad
I'm
boys.
trying to fix it.
Can we just talk about Bad Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
let's talk about Bad
let
Boys.
me tell you about this real quick.
Have you seen the Instagram post?
Yeah, of course. The boomerang.
Yeah,
it's
why?
the best thing
Why
ever
is it a
made.
boomerang?
Because if you
Motion
you know
gets
what's
more
better
attention.
than Will Smith in a still image? Fucking a little bit of motion.
And
These men never age. They never age.
what are you talking about? You're crazy. Barrett,
Look at Will Smith looks fantastic.
there's a link in the
You're just a fucking
screencast
ageist. That's
notes.
what you are.
You are
in your,
ageist.
I'm still in my 20s. I'll make fun
Give
of
me a
everyone.
second because, okay, seeing this, I kind of see what you're talking about. That they don't look super
Well, I mean,
old.
let me explain something to you. There's nothing, and
No,
I stand by
there's
this.
another link, not
I
that
fucking
one.
stand by this. There is nothing hotter. No one has ever looked better than when Will Smith was trying to chase down those weird French gangsters in Bad Boys 1 with his shirt open, and then he stops, and we get the shot,
The 360.
the iconic
baby.
360. Now, granted, Martin Lawrence shirt squarely on. No one wants to see his sizzle
Yeah.
chest,
Yeah.
but fuck, Will
But
Smith
look,
was hot.
go all the way to the top so we see that first image. Look at how cool they look in that image. Barry,
They
you can
look
show
the
this to the
same.
kids. No, they
Martin
don't.
Lawrence put on a couple
They
LBs.
both look way like.
Scroll down.
Scroll down just a little bit.
me
Now
see
they
this.
look like dads. Like it looks like Will Smith just walked in on his like teen daughter having too much fun with her boyfriend.
Whoa! Don't talk about Willow.
That's
that way,
what it
first
looks
off.
like. Look at his face. Play it.
I don't want to see it, man. They look great.
I disagree with you
guys are
so
crazy.
so hard, Kevin.
You guys
Like,
are they're old.
Kevin,
Martin
you
Lawrence looks
you know what?
just like my
What?
uncle.
What is
He looks
He
just like
your
my
uncle?
uncle right now with like short hair.
so the thing is, like the first picture of them, Martin
Yeah.
Lawrence looks doofy in that too. It's like they're
But-
older, but they look great. That's the
great.
thing. We're not saying they
I
look
don't know.
young.
You're
an asshole. Here's
they
what
look
I'm saying.
Great.
I just like
Here's-
this
here-
isn't
here-
those characters.
Here's
you
what
know
I like
mean?
about this, right? Here's what I like about this, okay? A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, we had this amazing series called Beverly Hills Cop, right? Beverly Hills Cop 1, of course, was a movie written for Sylvester Stallone. That fell through.
didn't
He went
want
on and made Cobra, and they needed someone to step in, so they brought in Eddie Murphy because of his great improv chops. He made that movie amazing. That movie went crazy for him. He did great, made a lot of money. They said, we're going to make a second one of these, right? Let's not fuck this up. Let's bring in Tony Scott, hot off the fucking heels of Top Gun. Everything in that movie is hazy and smoky. LA looks like it's noir. They changed the look for it. Fucking phenomenal. Beverly Hills Cop 2, I stand by, maybe better than Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Damn.
Fantastic,
It's a bold
right?
bold-
Then they go, hey, we're making Beverly Hills Cop 3. And young Nick just said, I'm sorry, Mom, I know you're looking at me,
Young
but I
Nick.
gotta just
Jesus Christ.
beat this thing
Good
into submission
God.
right now, right?
looking at me.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 comes out.
Why in your like fantasy did you not just turn around or go to the bathroom?
Because I like
you
to
had
see,
to do
I like
it
to see
there.
the shocking on
I
Kevin's
assumed
face.
that like she was reading the newspaper to you aloud.
Now, my mom never paid attention to me
No,
when I was a
I
kid.
know.
That's why
I'm
all
just
fucked
saying
up.
in your fantasy.
Here's why I like this, right? Because Beverly Hills Cop 3 comes out way too late. And different directors, different team, didn't get half the cast back, and it looked terrible. And it was like a made-for-TV movie. No style, no nothing. You see this image? Look at this. This looks like they're in the fucking middle of the Miami drug war in the 80s. People
I'm
are
just
smoking
saying-
cigarettes. Women are hot.
They
You notice
don't
when
look
women
like
were allowed
they're
to
going to be
women?
chasing people is what I'm saying.
They're chasing people.
I
Fuck
understand
you, Will
that
Smith
they're
is still
gonna be-
jacked.
Will
Did you
Smith
see
is
I Am
chasing
Legend?
people.
Will Smith chased the fucking
Did you see the
tiger down
picture
I Am
where he
Legend.
looks like his uncle from Fresh Prince?
Yeah,
Just saying, you know,
pictures make
people age.
look bad. Movies
People
make
age.
people look good.
Look at him. He's fucking gorgeous. You're an asshole. Maybe they'll bring back Tia Leone.
I think this movie has the potential to be awesome.
I
it's
think
gonna
that
be
this
great.
movie is going to be a lot sillier than the other ones because they're older and they
Dude,
can't do the stuff they could.
Here's
in
what I'm
the
saying
other
right
ones.
now.
Remember
Bad Boys 1,
the
good
freeway?
film. Bad Boys 2, great film.
Thank you.
Bad
Thank
Boys
you.
2, one of the very few, and one of these days we're gonna have to do the top 10 sequels that are better than the first one. But Bad Boys 2, the way it starts with the Klan meeting and all that shit, and they're in the things,
So good.
fucking awesome. Bad Boys 2 is great. How dare anyone? This movie's gonna be fantastic.
Nobody said that Bad Boys 2 was bad. No one said
I just
that.
feel like maybe-
I'm just saying this image, which again, being a boomerang, I think hurts it.
No,
it
it's
just
great.
to me it doesn't get me excited.
I mean, the movie's called Bad Boys for Life. Suck it. It's great.
All
does it have three
we will
directors?
see. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal.
I mean, it can't be any. It can't. Whatever.
Here's the thing. It will
It
never,
can't be
there's-
what? No, wait, hold on. I
As
want to
good
hear
as
the-
2. It can't be as good
It's
as
not gonna
2.
be as
Oh
good.
That's
yeah, no.
fine.
no,
It
no.
doesn't
See, that
matter.
was them in their prime. You
It
know?
might be though. It might be as good.
Also,
as 2.
what has Martin Lawrence been doing?
Drugs.
Cashing checks, dude. Fuck off.
For what?
Why are you a Martin Lawrence hater? Okay.
Yeah, Kevin, you're gonna regret this
you're
one
just
day.
gonna
You're on the
eat
wrong
shit
side.
I
of
hope
this.
so.
on
I
this.
hope so because I love Bad Boys 1 and 2. This still makes me uncomfortable.
No, you're fine. Well, everything
I
makes
just
you
don't think-
uncomfortable.
No, just when you touch. All right,
Your pants
man,
make you
Give me the
uncomfortable.
next story. Yeah, you know what? Oh God damn it! It's fine. Everyone just bear through it. Ignore it. Ignore
Look
it.
at this. Look at how good this still looks. That's from 2.
There
They're
we go.
great.
It's been great.
Yeah, 2. How long ago was that?
Remember when they go, they're like, we're gonna invade a sovereign nation, a different country in 2, and get our people back. It's fucking awesome.
That's a great scene.
So
Aren't they
good.
like running back to like
They go to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, hey, you should stop. There's mines there. They're like, oh shit. And then the mine
No,
blows the
they're
guy's
fine.
face off.
Dope.
Our next story: Hobbs and Shaw trailer released today.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Stop. You need a lot more pomp and circumstance to call this our top story or something.
It's not our top story
Because
Yeah, this is weird that you just dropped this in here.
yeah, what?
It's a
I
story.
don't know, man.
I don't want to talk about anything
Our
else.
top
is a
story
moment
is
in
about
time.
DC stuff. We'll talk about that later.
Great. Great.
No, okay.
All right, I guess our new blockbuster story, Hobbs and Shaw. Holy
Thank
shit. They did a great trailer that has thrown away all my like fears. I'm in.
Go ahead. You want to go?
Real talk. This is one of the greatest movie trailers I've ever seen in my life because it looks awesome. It had character. It was funny. The pace of the trailer was great.
So good.
It had multiple moments where it could have ended, but it didn't. And instead of being like, oh, they should have stopped there, I was like, I'm happy they didn't. They kept showing more and more. It proved to me this is a Fast and Furious movie. It is not a spin-off. It is not a like, oh, this is inconsequential and doesn't matter. This fucking matters, and this is awesome, and this is going to be as good as 5, 6, and 7. I really believe it. The character, like, we take 2 of the greatest action stars.
Such a bold
You know what?
statement.
I'm gonna stop you right there. 2 of the greatest actors.
2 of the
Let's
greatest
pay fucking
actors
respect to the craft of acting, action acting.
of all time who have proven they have chemistry over multiple movies already, right?
Now you're talking about
Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then you introduce Idris Elba as the bad guy.
Not
who,
just-
when they say, like, who are you? He says, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool.
It knows
None
what
of
it
that-
is. It's so aware of itself. I loved they're doubling down on the characters of Hobbs and Shaw and who they are. And it's like, it is the, the buddy cop thing of just like the odd couple. They don't want to be together, but they have to be together. The action scenes in this, of which there are a plentiful amount.
I mean,
How many different set pieces were there in this?
There's like
12?
20 different action scenes just in the 1.5 second trailer. It's great.
This is not a movie that needs to save money. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's going.
No, they're gonna make a ton of
It's
money.
going
They're going
big.
the distance.
Yeah.
Here's what I like about this, real talk. I love The Rock, obviously, right? He's been a little hit or miss as of late. Jumanji, I thought, was a fun movie, but it wasn't his best work.
It was a hit, though.
You see the trailer, you're like, okay, that might be relatively entertaining. You see the trailer for Baywatch, you're like, that might be relatively entertaining.
It's not that great.
It wasn't that great.
No.
This trailer, if they cut a 10-minute version of this and said, Nick, you can go to a theater right now and pay $2 and watch this 10-minute version of this trailer, I would fucking do it.
So specific.
Because you can tell a couple things from this. One, they had fun making this movie.
Yes.
Okay. And 2, they had fun writing this movie. Like let's just let these 2 fun guys who are clearly fucking have great screen chemistry. Let's let them just fuck around with each other. The part at the end where he swings the guy into the glass and
Yeah.
then mouths "fuck you"
It's so
is
good.
the best
So
thing in
good.
all of Fast
Yeah.
and Furious. I'm calling it right now. This might be the best Fast and Furious movie.
It
ever
might
made.
be. Real talk.
You
it
guys,
might
that's
be.
a
has the potential.
bold. That's a
It has
bold
to be
statement.
potential.
Number 1 with a bullet.
I feel like this is great because they're going full in. This trailer starts with them explicitly saying, Idris Elba's there.
He's a
getting
superhero.
injected with shit saying, I am a superhuman.
Yeah.
Hell
As
yeah!
he punches through things and
This
breaks them,
giant
like,
metal door thing.
we're finally there.
Yeah.
We're at that point.
I can't
They're
believe
in.
that it took one spin-off movie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
We're getting
we
to
were
space,
talking. We
ladies
were
and gentlemen.
we're space and time travel. They're bringing Han back. That's what I want.
That's all that I
That's
want.
all I
That's
want.
it.
I'm gonna get
I want Statham to do
Fast
it.
to the
I want
future, dude.
Statham to go back in time and save Han from himself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to give
Oh.
a shout out to Vanessa Kirby, who was in The Crown, and I love her. She was also in Mission Impossible Fallout. Awesome in that. Glad to see her getting her comeuppance. I think she's a lovely leading lady. Fantastic. But Idris Elba, man, let's just make a movie about him. Let me just see him.
And I think we're going to get a lot of him in this. I love how much of him we got in the trailer. Fast and Furious, the villains of the franchise, have very rarely been the standouts. I
Right.
feel like the last couple of movies have
I
changed.
don't know. Too Fast,
changed
Too
that.
Furious. That villain was pretty cool.
No. The last couple have really changed that direction and making the bad guys kind of as memorable as the main characters.
Yeah.
And what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, is that in a nutshell. I can't fucking wait.
I can't
love
wait
the
at
music
all,
choice in the trailer. I love the music at the beginning.
I wasn't a fan.
I loved
I love it.
I feel like
I
the
love
tone was
it.
a little
Nope,
off,
it
just
was
a tiny.
great.
It was a
And
good.
what bit because there's like 10 songs that I think all perfectly nail the tone.
The War, I think it's War made that song. Why Can't We Be Friends? Is fucking perfect. It starts with a little bit. You're like, that's a weird note, that kind of happy note, and when it kicks in, you're like, this is the best thing ever. And I'll tell you why I love this song. You guys are too old to remember this movie, but a little movie a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, starring Jet Li, came out called Lethal Weapon 4. And at the end of it, they play Why Can't We Be Friends in the credit. And it's so great because it's the last of the movies.
Such a good movie.
And they're all friends at this point. Jet Li comes back from the dead, and then when Rene Russo's giving birth, and he's like, hey, I was wrong, and they all hang out, and they're all friends.
Remember
and
he
it's
throws
fantastic.
the tissue at him? He's like, you got a little blood on you?
Remember he does that? When he has a laser pointed at him, he goes, but it's still there because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
fucking
such a
takes
good
the
movie.
gun
Have
apart
you
and
ever
kicks him in the
seen
fucking
any of the
throat.
Lethal Weapon movies?
I don't think I've seen them.
Oh my
I
God, Lethal
watched
Weapon
one.
is
I watched
real.
one at your house,
They're
but like
so
not the whole
good.
thing.
Lethal
one
Weapon is
time.
one of the best series.
So good.
I loved this trailer from the moment it started, but I feel like the moment that I really was like just overwhelmed with emotion was when it just says Fast and Furious presents.
Yeah.
And then it just like cuts away, the song's played, and and you just see Rock is like Hobbs, and then later Shaw, and they do the thing where they look at the camera and kind of have the moment of like they introduce who they are.
Yeah.
And time around them doesn't stop.
No.
It just kind of slows down a little bit. This is fucking art.
I mean,
It's a great trailer.
They nailed the tone of what this movie is, and I hope this is the tone because this movie needs to be over the top, completely ridiculous. And if it was like, hey, what's the one word that this movie needs to fucking nail? Fun. It needs to be fun. We got fucking space age cars fucking flying out of goddamn buildings. Guy that's punching people in the chest, 40 feet. There's that shot where he punches him and the slams in the thing. Great. Let's go.
So good.
Let me get a big popcorn and a big Diet Coke.
Believe, and I'm so happy that this is the case, but like we are now entering the superhero realm.
I mean,
And
okay.
it's just so good.
Let's do a breakdown real quick.
We entered the superhero realm right around Fast
No,
6.
yes, but like now it's like official. Now there's a dude who has superhuman strength.
So here's the thing.
And let's remember the scene where the Rock blows out
This
his
is how I
cast.
feel like. This is how I feel like people 20 years from now are going to look back on this. Like I look back on Metal Gear and go, "What?
Cool. Yeah.
Why is any of this going on?" And you're like, "It made sense during the time."
Yeah.
You know?
There is a scene where The Rock looks at Jason Statham and says, "On 3."
Yep.
Jason Statham
and it's such a
doesn't
good
listen
scene.
to him, gets into a weird little elevator thing, and hits it so he goes down. While the bad guy has Idris Elba.
Yeah.
has
Vanessa
a
Kirby.
woman in the fireman's carry position
Yeah. Running down the side of a
down a building because he's attached to a rope.
Yeah.
While The Rock jumps out after him.
So good.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
And then we see the Rock land on a dude.
Yeah.
I just wanna watch this
crushes
trailer
back.
over and
It was
over and
great.
over.
It was really exciting. Rock, if you're watching, thank you for this.
Thank you.
because
Honestly,
Seriously.
like we know it's your fault. Thank you so
this
much.
is great. And Statham, good for you.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
good
That's all I
for
can
you.
say.
Good
Is
for
like
you.
the last couple Statham movies I watched, I was like, oh, where are we at here? And now, so now he's coming back. I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait for this movie. And then there was other news. Barrett, can you? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you go to the next thing? I'm sorry, I'm trying to be better.
Stick your finger in yourself for all I care.
Hold on.
Nope. So earlier this week, they also announced that Roman Reigns will be joining. Roman Reigns, a well-known WWE superstar. Did I put 1 too many
You
W's
did
in there?
too. One too many times.
www.
Superstar.
Roman Reigns
slash
will be
superstar.
brother to Hobbs, aka The Rock. The Rock has a whole family, a Samoan family.
Do you
And
think that the other ones have different parts of the tattoo where
Yeah.
if you were to combine them all together, it's
like
just
Power
a
Rangers,
tattoo,
Voltron
man?
shit?
Yeah.
I do.
Do you think the dad, because he's the head of the family,
Probably
face tattoos?
Real talk. I mean, there was a bunch of other images shown of them kind of all
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
And Fast and Furious, it's about family. They're introducing his family. I love everything about this.
Yep.
It's great. Honestly, our friend Louis Medina was saying that like this is what Aquaman lacked. Like with what we saw with Wonder Woman of them
I don't know
creating
what you mean.
the mascara,
Aquaman
and how
nailed
it was
it.
great with this, cast of women and making them look super powerful and amazing. And what Black Panther did for Black culture. The Aquaman should have been this, and it wasn't. But we're getting it in Fast and fucking Furious presents
It is.
Hobbs and Shaw.
It is. God bless The Rock. And that's what's great about The Rock, honestly, is he's able to, he's such a big star. He's able to make these decisions and make them still feel organic and introduce people to these cultures that we wouldn't necessarily get.
Yep.
We got this also in Moana, by the way, where
Yeah.
he was, because I don't think it's because he was the lead in that, but I think him being in it sold people on the idea of hey, we can take a look at this other culture that traditionally we're not really seeing in mainstream Hollywood movies. And that was fun. And it was awesome to see that.
So stoked.
Very exciting stuff. But now it's time for some ads.
I'm going to stare deeply into your grandmama's eyes as you read these
don't.
ads.
Please don't. It makes me uncomfortable when you look at her eyes.
Hola, niño.
Nope.
No?
So our first ad is Alien. Oh, can you get me some water with some ice? I'm coughing quite a bit.
He's parched. Our little baby boy's parched.
Alien Blackout. Could you survive standing face to face with the perfect bioengineered killing machine? If
For audio
you're like
listeners,
me,
he went like
you're probably deathly afraid of xenomorphs. Nick,
Yeah.
is there anything more terrifying than a xenomorph?
You watched Debatable yesterday.
No, there isn't.
There is nothing.
Their little mouth slowly coming out.
When I was a
With
child,
their little metal teeth.
I was
no.
terrified
No.
of aliens. Terrified.
Yep, no, don't like that at all. And the fine folks at Foxnet and D3 Go want to put you to the test in a new chapter in the Aliens franchise in Alien Blackout, available today for your mobile devices. In Alien Blackout, you must do all that you can to stay alive while trapped aboard a crippled Weyland-Yutani space station that is carrying a deadly alien organism. You know, like the one in the movies. And the xenomorph definitely doesn't like your crew aboard this space station and is ready to tirelessly hunt you and your crew down. Can you survive 7 fear-inducing levels? As you take the reins as Amanda Ripley. Yes, that's right. That Amanda Ripley, which you may remember as Ellen Ripley's daughter.
That was always the saddest part of Alien too.
Yeah, I know.
And she was like, "Where's my daughter?" I'm like, "Oh, you've been asleep for a real long
wasn't
time."
that Resurrection where she gets told like, mm-mm.
No, I think she comes back in Alien 2, and they're like, I think because she's been gone for so long that her daughter's just gone. Maybe she's too old. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it's Resurrection where she
Resurrection.
like is brought back and they're like just like, mm-mm.
I always thought, I thought it was gonna be Winona Ryder's character.
I did
but
too.
It wasn't.
Instead, she was a robot.
No,
that was a weird twist.
Android.
Guide your crew in Alien Blackout through increasingly challenging situations, only using your wits and the station's failing emergency system. The unpredictability of both the alien and her crew can spell total defeat for the entire station if you don't keep it together. Alien Blackout is a unique... Well, I just read that line and I was like, I put a weird space there. That was my fault. Alien Blackout is a unique fear-inducing space survival horror game experience that will test the inner nerves of both alien and horror fans alike, where life can end in an instant. Click on the link at our description or head over to www.d3go.com/morning.
Now you missed
Did
a
I
W.
do a less? I got scared when you looked at me. I got scared when you looked at me.
Listen, the internet websites work no matter how many W's you put in. Put in 10 W's.
That's not
it doesn't
true.
matter.
Please use all 3.
Yeah.
And go to and download Alien Blackout for the App Store, Google
What is the
Play,
site?
d3go.com/morning. And download Alien Blackout for the App Store, Google Play, or Amazon App Store today.
That's what happiness sounds like, everyone.
Oh, scary games scare me a lot.
Yeah,
Our next ad from Robinhood.
Yep.
Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, which I didn't realize, even though I've heard this ad so many times.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All commission free, while other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade. Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all your profits. Plus, there is no account minimum deposits needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level. The simple and intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data and place trades in just 4 taps on your smartphone. You can also view stock collections such as 100 Most Popular. With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. Robinhood is giving listeners of Kinda Funny Morning Show a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at morningshow.robinhood.com. Invest your money.
For clarification,
Invest your money.
This is what I'm remembering from Aliens, by the way. I've been meaning to look this up because I read that ad a couple times this week. Amanda Ripley is actually in a deleted scene in Aliens.
Oh.
They make reference to her. They show her a picture of Ripley. They say, hey, you've been asleep for 57 years.
Yeah.
She grew up, married, and
older.
died.
Oh.
And I'm reading this off the Wikipedia. I didn't realize this at the time. The reason a lot of people don't remember that is because it was not in the theatrical release. They cut it out along with a couple other cool scenes. You should watch the extended version. It's awesome. And Sigourney Weaver was apparently pissed because she was like, this is really like paramount for the character
it's a great
development.
scene,
That's why she takes to Newt so much because she's missing her daughter.
Also in Resurrection.
Exactly.
Which is not as bad as everyone says.
Fun fact, though, a picture of Amanda as an elderly adult is shown to Ripley in Aliens. The picture is actually Sigourney Weaver's real-life mother, Elizabeth Inglis. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I like that.
I remember that being a really sad scene because she sees a picture and just starts crying. And then the cat fucking bursts out. Remember that scene where she's dreaming about it? And the cat in slow motion goes, and like, Jonesy, no.
Yeah, I do remember that scene. It's a great movie. They're all so good.
Well,
do you not like? Do you hate 3 in Resurrection?
I don't hate 3. Resurrection's just a little weird.
It's a little weird, but I thought it was a fun continuation of the story.
It's not Joss Whedon's best work. Let's put it that way.
All right, now moving on to our blockbuster topic. We got some DC news to talk about. There's a lot of DC news that happened this week. A lot of stories came out.
Hit me with them.
Oh, man.
I can't wait.
So Ben Affleck's not going to be Batman anymore.
Cool.
They're
Good.
going with a younger Batman for The Batman, the movie that we've all heard so much about.
Batman Begins.
Yeah,
Again.
Matt Reeves is directing, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the
Planet of the Apes?
Planet of the Apes.
Matt
movies?
Reeves is a great director.
Yeah.
When they announced that he was directing the standalone Batman movie, I'm like, this is a great choice because he somehow made me give a shit about CG monkeys. Apes, rather, I should say. Well, I guess they were monkeys. Wait, it doesn't matter. The Planet of the Apes series trilogy is actually really good. And I don't like them, and I don't like a lot of the actors that are in them, but like, and because I had a war with Andy Serkis a long time ago. We settled it, but
we interviewed it.
We're still
There's a
on
lot of bad blood.
very
there.
weird.
We
bad blood
interviewed him.
terms.
There's a lot of blood.
But the last, I think it's War for the Planet of the Apes, where it's him versus Woody Harrelson's character.
It's the only one I haven't watched.
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's good. Matt Reeves is a good director.
Yeah.
I stand by it. I think he can make an awesome Batman film, but I think he needs a Batman that actually gives a shit about being Batman.
Yeah.
But do you think that's the problem? Do you think Ben Affleck just didn't care about being Batman, or he didn't like the way the movie went, and it's just like, I want out because
originally,
sucks.
you remember if you remember correctly, Ben Affleck was supposed to direct the standalone Batman, and then said, I can't direct this movie and also be in this fucking costume.
But
like
I think
18
that
hours
was
a day.
more of a like.
I think it was a cop out. I think he
smell.
wants to get out of this.
I can smell how bad it is. I need to drop the director role, then I'll drop the.
I just feel like
Batman role.
I don't know. I'm not Ben Affleck. If I was, I certainly wouldn't be here sitting with you hacks.
That really hurts.
I would just be in a
That
fucking
really is.
1980s limo, just throwing money at the driver, saying, "Take me anywhere but here." But no, I think Ben Affleck just doesn't like doing the role, and I think he's wanted out for a while. I think Henry Cavill probably wants out too, because remember the last time he was, people were like, "Are you out?" And he
They're
just
just
had a fun
hemorrhaging people,
Instagram
dude.
post that
Yeah.
didn't really say yes or no. It's weird. I think the only person that probably wants to be a part of the DCEU is Gal Gadot. How do we say her name?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, because her movies are actually good. And I stand by the fact that Zachary Levi's Shazam is
Are
going to be
they
good.
actually good though? Like,
Wonder Woman was a decent.
but that third
movie.
act,
Who
I
cares?
feel like really
Still a
no, but
fun
it's
movie.
not. That's not. We can't just ignore a third act.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah, but not
That's
every
a
movie
third
needs
of the
to be
movie.
Perfect. It's like it was fine. Like it's not bad. It was good. She's good. She is good as Wonder Woman.
She's
I
good as
like
Wonder
her. I
Woman.
like her
She's
She's
well
good
made
as
films.
Wonder
Patty
Woman.
Jenkins does a good job. I think it's when you compare it to. I think it's as good as any mid-tier Marvel movie, and I think the DCEU needs that.
I don't agree with that, but
I mean, I put it up against like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Of like entertainment factor, they're both about the same. They're both
I feel like Ant-Man and the
forgettable,
Wasp
but
has a
relatively
more,
entertaining.
better structured story.
I do too,
It may
but
not be
It's
as
a totally
fun.
throwaway, useless. The only reason that whole movie exists is to A, make money, and B, to get him into the fucking quantum realm.
Quantum Zone.
Paul Rudd's funny though, and he's funny in the movie.
I mean, I'll watch Paul Rudd
Consistently,
fucking paint a
the
wall.
entire
I don't give a
time.
shit.
Yeah.
I go back and watch Clue every once in a while. Put it on silent. Just look at his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
I don't know,
face.
just
Clue's
look at all the
such a
faces.
good
It's
movie.
a solid
Did I
face.
say Clue? I meant Clueless.
Clueless.
Yeah, I
Clue
thought that
also
was
a
good.
great movie.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
what
I've never seen Clue, so I don't know.
I
Paul
understood what
Rudd
you
was
meant.
not in Clue.
Yeah.
Not in Clue.
No,
I don't
too
know.
young.
This Matt Reeves stuff, it's like I'm interested that this movie's still happening. We'll see how long that's actually the case. I wonder we're going to get another Batman movie. And when are they just
Yeah,
going
it's
to
gonna
give
be
up
the Batman. Like that is the next movie slated to come out.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Will that happen? I don't know.
Oh, you're saying just eventually we're
Like
gonna get.
Batman is a franchise. Batman is an IP that matters. Batman's one of the most popular characters in the world. We're gonna get another Batman movie.
Damn, DJ
Is it
Kento
in the
nailed it.
in the universe or not?
What did he say?
Said, give me an Oscar Isaac Batman. Fuck yeah, I'd
Oh
watch
yeah.
that.
See, that would be great, but we also need a great story.
No, I mean it's tough. It's too far along at this point. You know, they've got one. The problem is Wonder Woman and Aquaman did well. They all do well. That's the problem. And so execs at DC
problem.
are like, why would we change this? People are still going to. Who cares if the hardcore fans think these movies are garbage? Moms and dads still take their kids to see them.
Are we the
Aquaman made it
hardcore
fucking-
fans?
We are the hardcore fans.
We're hardcore superhero movie
We have
fans.
a podcast where we rated all the Marvel movies. We're about as hardcore as it gets.
Yeah, you're right.
Greg Miller has nothing on his desk but Superman dolls. And so much so that he had to take some of them off and put them on the fridge. Literally had a conversation with, what's his name? Jeff Dye. He's like, where'd you get all this stuff from? And Greg goes, I buy it all. And I'm like, I throw it away sometimes. I do. He never notices.
just so he feels something.
Just so he feels something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's this DC stuff. I know we're down on it a lot all the time, and for good reason.
But yeah, I mean, like I think it's for good reasons. One of the stories is also Aquaman is now the highest grossing DC superhero movie ever.
I mean, that's a crazy sentence.
The
right?
Aquaman box office pushed past 1.085. I don't know what the best way.
Over $1 billion.
Yeah, over $1 billion worldwide. That's insane. And like Nick is 100% right. That's why these movies still
They're gonna keep doing it.
getting made.
And here's the thing. Here's what you guys have to remember. Like, we're hardcore fans, right? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that love Batman that are like, what the fuck is going on? Get this together. Because obviously Batman, to me, has the potential to make the best movies in any superhero genre. We look at The Dark Knight. That's far and away better than anything anyone's ever done. As far as emotional connection, I would say that Marvel's getting close, but it's different type of movies, right?
They're very different.
So what I'm saying is, we are disappointed with these, but if I were an actor in Hollywood right now and someone's like, you can be the next Batman, I would absolutely, and Matt Reeves directing, 100%. They're not going to have a trouble finding someone to fill the role of this. And I think, honestly, if someone steps in that really wants to knock it out of the park and invest in that with Matt Reeves, this could be a great movie. I would be very excited about that. If they got Oscar Isaac, and Mr. Yasman in the chat saying he probably won't do it because he's filming Dune, but if they got him in it,
Which is also
a real
very
actor
exciting.
who can really act and is not painfully aware that there's a camera right here in every scene and you can see it in his dull eyes.
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck's a good actor.
No, he's not.
Okay.
I
Do
don't
you
have a
remember him
problem
in
with Ben Affleck.
Mallrats?
Yeah, he's a fun actor in fun movies like Mallrats.
He's a beautiful,
Is he a good
beautiful
actor?
We'll put it that way.
I think he's a great actor.
Okay, dude.
Well, okay, great's a little bit, giving him a little bit extra.
Aquaman and its success, like I did not enjoy that movie, but Jason Momoa,
I still haven't seen it.
It has screen presence. I think he's great. He made Aquaman interesting.
Well,
it's like it is proof of what Nick's saying of like when people care and are invested about a character, they can bring a lot out of them and make them. We somehow care a little, at least a little bit about Aquaman, and a lot of people care enough to make it the #1 grossing DC movie of all time. Aquaman, not a Superman movie, not a Batman movie.
That's crazy.
Aquaman.
I mean, a movie that it came out and I was like, I don't even want to see it, and I haven't seen it yet. But I will say this, and this is the start. I just almost shit my mouth. Sorry.
Yep.
Wow.
Ew.
You're good. You're
I apologize. Let's go back to The Rock, right? Same thing with The Rock. Where like The Rock's not a great actor, and I hope he stopped watching this episode by now. Let's call a spade a spade. Not the best. He's no Gary Oldman. Let's put it that way, right? But
Few
he's so
actors are.
fun that he makes you care about the projects that he's in. And now we go beyond just being in the movie. We go to the people that are going to promote them on the Instagram, that are going to be these larger than life human beings that can then have these vehicles that they can go into. We all want to follow them with that. Momoa somehow, Tim's right, somehow made everyone. I mean, how do you not love the guy? You look at him, I'm like, I didn't see Aquaman, but I'm willing to root for you because you're just so fun. And you obviously realize you've gotten a tremendous opportunity to make your career with this character and define this character, and you're all in on it.
It's just unfortunate to see the other side of it, where there's an exact analog with Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, where no one cared about Iron Man, and in the same way no one cared about Aquaman.
Yeah.
And now look at what Iron Man is, right? Like one of the
Yeah, but,
most
like,
popular
Aquaman's never
going to
be
of
that.
all time.
I would say, yeah.
And on top of that, Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark, and it's like it's an iconic thing where he is that character in real life, in the same way you're talking about The Rock embodying the stuff. And it's like, but then when you look at the MCU, there is that magic there of the quality of the movies and the overarching story, and we don't need to get into all that.
Sure.
With DC, we've seen that they can make good DC movies. Dark Knight, the whole trilogy, right? Like we know that they can do that. Man of Steel, if it's a standalone movie, it was fine.
It was
Could have
fine.
been better,
No.
but it was fine.
It was fine.
It had a lot of issues,
Okay.
but it was fine.
Had a lot of good moments.
Yes.
A lot of good moments.
Totally.
Too. Like
The moment of him learning to fly is one of the best superhero
Highest
movie moments
highs,
of
lowest
all time.
lows.
But
I'll
here's
tell
the
you
thing. I feel like DC movies have a lot of good moments because the comics have a lot of good moments they can like take from. Like in Batman vs Superman, when he flies the nuke up there and it blows up, and that's just such a cool, iconic moment of seeing Superman floating up like this shriveled little raisin just in this. Like, it's so cool. But like, does that mean that like the movie's good or worth watching? I think
Worth
the problem.
watching,
I
I'd
see.
say.
I don't know. I think that like it sucks that moment now, whenever it gets done correctly, is gonna be like, oh yeah, like it was a really cool moment, but you know, it's not the first time we've seen it.
No, I don't buy that.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy that if you could literally tear down, you could literally remake Batman versus Superman and make it good. Like, that's the thing. You get a competent team and competent directors and actors that actually care and a storyline that matters, and you're invested in these characters, and it can absolutely work. I just think the problem is there's too many cooks in the kitchen on these movies, and no one's really got their head wrapped around the overarching vision for what this is going to be on a 20-year plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it started off bad, and they're just fixing the plane while it's in the air.
And I think a big
the
issue I
problem.
have is I just don't vibe with the visual style.
I hate the visual style.
that these movies
Hate
commit to, and they commit to them hard.
It's one of those things where when they first said the DC Marvel's poppy and fun, we're gonna make this dark and gritty. I'm like, that's not DC. That's weird. And also, Marvel's not poppy and fun. Marvel looks like they should look. The costumes pop a little bit here and there, but it's not like oversaturated. It's not like when Tim makes a thumbnail and goes saturation 100.
Hell yeah, baby.
You know?
Vibrancy, let's go.
So it's
Brightness,
just-
gotta keep it just right.
It's just absurd, right? And like, and you think back to the Nolan trilogy, and Nolan had so much creative control over there, and that's why those are good because the movies are shot well. Wally Pfister shot the movies beautifully.
It seemed like he had an idea in mind.
Zack Snyder never has any ideas. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah, I thought you were pointing to James Gunn.
Oh, I was just putting my finger in his mouth.
I see that. That's weird.
Ew.
Well, in other news that came out, Suicide Squad 2, James Gunn is directing and writing.
So this is great news.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like this is great news because Suicide Squad, James Gunn makes sense. This is going to be a dark, fucked up movie about a bunch of bad people who have to go up against other bad, like worse people. That's what it should be.
It's a little unclear now, but it seems like it's going to be a total reboot. So they're going to scrap.
Who cares? Who cares if it's a reboot?
No,
Who cares what
that's I think for the best.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like they're stuck with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Some people like her, some people don't. Whatever. They're making the Birds of Prey movies
Did you
coming
like
out.
her?
I didn't like her as Harley Quinn, no. But it's not because of Margot Robbie. I didn't like her because I just didn't like the direction of the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't give her anything fun to do or say. I think all of the comedy needed maybe a couple more takes to really nail it. And it's a sad state of affairs when the only person in that movie that made me giggle a little bit was Jai Courtney, who I normally don't like in movies, and I did not like in the last Die Hard, but in this one I was like, he's played Captain Boomerang, whatever the fuck his name is, Captain Kangaroo. I was like, he's pretty funny in this, but Will Smith just fell flat. Margot Robbie was just like, not again. None of them who cared? None of them had anything fun to do the entire movie because they were fighting fucking smoke monsters.
Yeah, I don't know. This goes back to what you're saying about the Batman v Superman moment of one day we'll see it again and it's going to be tainted because we just had it. Getting a reboot of Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad 2 with different actors or whatever the fuck this ends up being, I feel no matter what, there's so much bullshit going into it that even if it's a good movie and a fun movie in the style of Guardians that James Gunn has proven he can do, I still think it's going to be like underwhelming where it's like, what is the best possible scenario with this movie? I just don't
He makes a fun movie that we're like,
let's
these are
not
characters
forget,
we care about.
Everyone was like, granted, Marvel going in, we are like, we have faith in Marvel. We don't have any faith in DC. But Marvel going into Guardians of the Galaxy, everyone's like, what the fuck? There's a fucking talking raccoon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like for the uninitiated, I was like, there's a talking raccoon? This is going to be stupid.
But
it was fun.
And they nailed
There's
it.
a difference there. They nailed that, but we didn't know those characters. They were like, hey, these are blank slates that were introduced.
But they could
to
do
you.
that now. Did you know Captain Boomerang?
But we do now.
Yeah, but like
that's what I'm saying.
They
though.
might not go with those characters.
Then whatever characters they go with, like I don't expect them to just have a whole new cast, or else it's not Suicide Squad. It's like then you hit a point where you're like, why are you even calling this that? You know, like in my opinion, it's like make a fucking Harley Quinn movie. Even now, it's like Birds of Prey or whatever. It's like people care
but you
about
can't
that.
make a this is the problem is like you can't make a Harley Quinn movie because she's
you
not a
could.
good person. She's a psychotic psychopath bad guy.
We could make a
How are
movie
you gonna
about a bad person.
Right, but the reason why I like Suicide Squad is that because you're taking a cast of completely irredeemable characters and then making them fight someone even worse. That's fun. they should lean into that. These should be bad characters. But the problem is they try to make you like sympathize with these people. I'm like, it's not going to fucking happen. They're bad guys. Same problem I had with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. I'm like, you're gonna make me sympathize with the Joker?
Which a news story came out where the entire Joker script was continuously rewritten during filming.
No,
which is always
shit.
a great sign that they're just constantly rewriting the movie. I'm sure Joaquin Phoenix is gonna kill it.
Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor. He really is. He's a great actor. He's been in some phenomenal projects before. This is just this is going to be very interesting to see what impact this has, if any. Because in my brain, I'm like, if this comes out and makes $1 billion and it's a bad movie, I'm done.
I don't think it is. I think that Aquaman made $1 billion because it's pretty to look at. So worldwide, people can actually go and like understand. Oh, these guys are fighting. It looks cool, you know. And I think that this is going to be a little bit more nuanced, but not in a way we like.
But there is the Venom factor.
There is the Venom factor.
Like, Venom and Joker are just their names that people care about worldwide. And
I mean, I think that Venom also is a like big explosion movie.
Yeah, but I feel like Joker is one of those things where it's like clown faces. It's like you get what's going on.
Yeah,
you don't
the
need,
Joker
like,
is very
crazy
marketable. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Very marketable.
It definitely has a chance. I don't expect it to. I do think that it has a chance of being a good movie. I don't think it's going to, but I think it has a chance. Whereas a lot of these other things, I'm like, I don't think it does. We'll see, man. These movies are just going to keep happening because they are making money, but...
It's insane.
It's depressing.
It really is depressing. It makes me sad because I like watching good movies and I hate people being like, oh, all these comic book movies. It's like, no, dude, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like... and then the last story I have here, Birds of Prey First Look came out, and it looks like something we shot. It just, you know, it's just, you haven't seen this?
No, I have not.
Oh, man. It is a big white room. I think it's that big white room in LA that everyone uses with curtains and LED throws up.
Oh, I did see this.
And it's just them kind of dancing in their outfits.
I think it's that big white room in LA that everyone uses.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
This looks absolutely terrible.
This
looks like when your friend goes, I'm finally making my film.
Yes, it does.
And you're like, oh, where'd you get funding for it? You're like, I don't need funding for it. I figured out how to shoot without funding. And you're like, okay.
And it's,
so you're just getting all your friends at it.
It looks like a bad rap music video.
It does.
It looks like a bad rap music video from a person you've never heard of, and you'll never hear of
And
again.
I don't understand why companies would do this. Why would they put something like that out there to grab people like and say
to sell shirts at Hot Topic? That's what it is, man.
You think that's selling shirts?
Absolutely,
yeah.
dude. Like, I mean, think of Harley Quinn. Think of the Suicide Squad version, the Margot Robbie version of Harley Quinn. Like, anything we say
that's every
does
cosplayer
not
wants to
transcend
be
the fact that, or get rid of the fact that that version of Harley Quinn is iconic culturally from here on out. Mm-hmm. You know, the pink and blue hair, like that is a thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, I don't think MCU has that.
I'm thinking now, and it's
You know?
it is one of those things you have to think.
Well, I mean, no, not really. But that's because they have other characters that people actually give a shit about.
You don't have to just bank on like the.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
looks
talking about the money.
Yeah, it's true. Man, this is sad.
It's really bummed me out. I really didn't like this conversation.
2020 is shaping up to potentially be the worst year ever.
I hear that 2020 is going to be 2018 too.
Damn.
Fuck. Confirmed.
I don't think we can take another one.
This looks so fucking bad.
Yeah, it looks terrible, and
God, Margot Robbie though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's
so good.
Real
well,
good.
I, Tanya, fucking fantastic.
Such a good movie.
She knocked it out of the fucking like.
A great
I'll be honest with you.
actor.
I watched a movie called Focus that she was in with Will Smith, and it was not good, and she was not good in it.
That was
and I was like, oh
the person's
no.
getting like green light. No,
What's that?
What's it called? Gas lamped. Is that what it is? Is that the term?
Yes.
Someone's lying to them and like trying to. Okay, yeah.
Good use of that term actually. It just popped up in a movie in a show that I'm watching. It's weird. But I remember seeing her going, I'm not really a fan of this person. And then she popped up in Wolf of Wall Street, and I was like, okay, we're getting there. And then knocked it out of the fucking what lessons did you take for I, Tanya? Because she went from like a moderately okay actor, in my opinion, to like give her a fucking Academy Award. She was great in that movie.
She was barely in Wolf of Wall Street. You know, like we get those little moments.
But the moments
They're
that she was in,
fantastic.
was fantastic.
That's my thing. Like with Wolf of Wall Street, and like I hope people are understanding what I'm saying here. It's like it is just like sexualizing someone, whatever.
Well, she was supposed to be that character. She
but
nailed that.
I feel she nailed it, and it's not just because she's hot. it's like she oozed sexuality in a way that like it's acting. Like she nailed it where I'm like, I'm in this moment and I believe it in such a way that it's just like you are incredibly talented at what you're doing because you can't just put a model there and have that same type of feeling.
The last scene
since when
her.
did anyone think Margot Robbie was a bad actor? In Focus. Go watch that movie. She's not good in it. It's not a good movie either.
But the last scene with her in Wolf of Wall Street where she's leaving him is a great scene.
Oh no, she's good.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
What I'm saying is I thought she was a bad actor based on her performance in Focus that I didn't particularly like. Then I saw her in Wolf of Wall Street and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Then I, Tonya, I'm like, oh no, she's got chops. Like she's got it. That movie's great. That was like one of my top picks for 2017? 2018? 2017.
What movie?
I, Tonya.
Yeah, that wasn't last year, right?
That was
2017.
17, yeah. Wow. It seems so long ago now.
Also, the dude that I think it was Sebastian Stan played her husband, right?
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome in that movie.
He was great.
You're such idiots.
So good.
And the guy that played the
best friend.
secret agent.
I hated it.
He's fucking
Oh,
so
he was
good.
also in Black Klansman, a movie I watched last night.
That was he?
Playing the exact same
Yeah,
character.
he's really nailing it. He's got a niche, and he's
he's-
like,
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
he's
fucking
deep
do
in
that character.
there.
Good for him.
Speaking of Black Klansman, yesterday last week I threw a challenge there for all the bronze members on Patreon.
Yes.
I'm not good with the terminology.
You'll get it.
I asked you
a couple
guys
years.
to go to Patreon and tell me what your Oscar pick would have been for Best Picture. There were 8 choices, which would have been smart if I had them here.
We went over them last
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Everyone knows.
And many of you wrote in, and was it super close. Yeah. It was, at the end, it ended up the first ever Oscar Screencast People's Choice Award from the bronze tier level is Green Book
Oh, shit.
by
I
a
need to see
tiny
Green Book.
margin.
I didn't
Over.
see it.
I didn't take the notes.
This is the worst way to present this information, Kevin. The worst fucking way possible.
It was the favorite over the favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was. I mean,
The favorite, not the favorite of the people.
no. Well, second
Book.
most. It actually came down to one person who I have here. So Eli says Best Picture winner should be to Vice or Green Book. Probably Vice because Nick picked that and he has good taste in movies, which is not true. Nick has terrible taste in movies, but Vice is a good movie. Vice only got 2 votes. And so because he phrased it that way, I gave it to Green Book,
Okay.
and Green Book won over the favorite.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
None of this matters.
No, but it's just like the actual
I'm gonna
Oscars.
spoil it for
That
you.
was their
Nothing
number
anything we do
2.
here
That
matters.
was their
You're right.
That was his number 2 option, and it got it.
What's the question of the week this week, Kevin?
The question of the week is what should happen with DC? If they're going to continue making movies, what movie and story would you want, and cast it for me? Pitch me on your saving grace DC movie. Please. Someone has to. Maybe the execs are listening. Maybe this can be the change that we need.
There's so much to hope for. What I hope is that The Rock watches this show every day religiously while he's on Bertha. Isn't that what he calls his
Yeah,
elliptical
that's
machine?
100% what he calls his machine.
Yeah.
All right.
Who'd you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I was like, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's horrifying.
Banging someone named Bertha?
Jesus. All right, so out now on streaming platforms. There's a lot of stuff that came out this
Cool.
week.
Let's run down the list.
Yeah. So Amazon Prime, you got the Blues Brothers, The Last of the Mohicans,
Oh, Blues Brothers
The
is great.
Matrix
Oh my
trilogy,
God, stop.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and
you ever
Wayne's World 1 and 2.
Oh, great movies.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Last of the Mohicans?
No, I haven't. I put it on this list because I want to see it.
It is one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
All kidding
It's
aside.
Daniel Day-Lewis,
Daniel
right?
Day-Lewis. Madeline Stowe, I believe, is also in it. I forget. Wes Studi.
Who directed it?
Someone very, very famous.
Okay.
I say Michael Mann. Barrett, can I get a look up on that? I was obsessed with that movie when I was a kid. Based on a novel. Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal.
There
Nailed
are
it.
also
Michael Mann.
there's way more movies
guy
out
that did
there. So
Heat.
if you want it, like, go and look it up because I just picked the best ones that I saw. All right, so now moving on to Hulu, we've got Love, Gilda, Star Trek Generations, First Contact, and Nemesis.
Okay,
The
so
3
on that
Star
one,
Trek movies.
just watch Star Trek Generations and then stop.
Yeah?
What was it? Yeah,
First Contact?
Actually, First Contact's pretty good,
cool.
But don't watch.
Also,
the other
Nemesis.
Nemesis,
I mean, you know?
Nemesis is the one with the clone of.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
terrible.
Picard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really
It's
bad.
unwatchable. That movie.
Also on Hulu, Bad Santa, Caddyshack 1 and 2, The Big Lebowski, a movie
Yeah.
I can't stand, but hey,
What?
people like it.
How can you not like the Big
Fuck you,
Lebowski?
Kev.
I don't like that sort of humor. I think I watched it at the wrong time. Anyways,
You should watch
The
it again.
Bourne Ultimatum, Dazed and Confused, Doctor No, Equilibrium. Oh, it's a great movie. Equilibrium, do you know what I'm talking about? All right.
Christian Bale.
Deep Blue Sea, Goldeneye, Moon.
You need to
Blue
stop.
Sea.
You need to stop
Let's
when you get to the
fucking
hits.
go, baby.
Oh, but Tim, it gets
Samuel L.
better.
Jackson, dude. That
Fucking,
moment.
let me pitch on a little movie here, guys. Okay, stop for a second. Let's stop for a second. We got nothing else to do today. Shut up.
Are we
Okay.
not shooting stuff for KFA?
I don't know. Andy's not in yet.
right.
I asked in the chat, but then I
I'm
realized
been here
his
for
chat
like
name's
2
not Andy
hours.
Cortez. It's Maximum.
Oh, he's here? Damn it.
I want to pitch you guys on a little movie.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
What if I were to tell you there's a world where Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J, and Thomas Jane come together to fight super sharks? How would you feel? Would you like to
feel
watch
good.
that movie?
I'd watch that movie once a year.
And then about 20 minutes in, the shark eats the biggest star of the movie, and you're like, "That was a weird choice."
Out of
Immediately
nowhere.
after a speech.
Yeah.
An
Oh,
epic speech.
what a great moment
And then,
that was.
but you know what that does is it frees up Thomas Jane and LL Cool J to be friends.
Because the real star of the show is LL Cool J's parrot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know they made a Deep Blue Sea too?
Deeper Blue Sea.
I don't remember what it's called, but I think I tried watching it the other day. It was bad.
Too
Yeah,
deep,
I
too
cannot-
see.
I'm in, dude.
And maybe I'm thinking the Meg.
What a fun.
yeah, I think you're thinking the Meg, which hasn't come out yet. They've already announced the sequel.
The
Meg
Meg?
2.
Oh,
Oh, I was
No,
like,
no,
the
I'm
Meg
saying
came
the
out
Meg
for
2.
Sure. I watched it on a plane. It was bad.
Really? That's upsetting.
what a horrible.
All right, to pick up the list where we left off, GoldenEye, Moonraker, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves,
Hell yeah.
The Royal Tenenbaum, one of my favorite movies of all time. Please, God, go watch it. Space Jam,
Yo.
Terminator 2, again, Universal Soldier, and Wedding Crashers.
Oh, Universal.
Now, Netflix also today announced that a bunch of 007 movies are on there. So go and look for those if that's what tickles your belly.
Did you guys ever see Universal Soldier?
Yes,
Fuck,
that's why I included it in the list.
What a cool movie.
Van Damme being so cool. All right. On Netflix, you have About a Boy, American Pie 2, American Wedding. All of those movies I enjoy. I
too.
know that a lot of people don't like American Wedding as much.
They're wrong.
But they're wrong. American Reunion, great
He has
also.
to eat poop. It's hilarious.
I hate you so much. You say things in a way that just like rips my insides.
That scene was like someone's like,
He
and
has to
then
eat poop.
Stifler has to eat poop. It'll be hilarious. All kidding though. American Wedding's fucking hilarious.
As Good as It Gets, Billy Elliot, Final Destination.
Hell yeah. dude.
Jaws.
Devin Sawa.
Do you know that Jaws 2 and Jaws The Revenge are separate movies?
Did not know that. Well, I know Jaws Revenge is the one with Michael Caine where it's
That's
3D,
Jaws
right?
4,
Is
yeah.
that Jaws 4? I'm Michael Caine.
I didn't realize.
He has
I
that-
thought it was Jaws 2, The
No.
Revenge.
He has that Michael Caine has that famous quote where they're like, Did you actually go to the theater and see the Jaws that you were in? He's like, I didn't see it, but I see the house that it bought me.
Yeah, that's a great
I was like,
quote.
baller.
Fucking cool, man.
Baller.
And then Casino Royale and a bunch of other 007
yeah.
movies. And then the only movie of note, in my opinion, out in theaters this week is an early screening of How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, it's
Saturday.
very like select theaters.
There's select theaters, but you can go to Fandango, and if you're part of their VIP thing, which is a free thing to sign up, you can buy the ticket. So even though I have AMC A-list, I had to buy this ticket because Paul and I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Seems like
Yeah.
a stupid waste of money.
Miss Bala is
Fuck
also
you,
in
Nick.
theaters.
Who?
Miss Bala. MISS.
You want to watch that?
It looks pretty dope.
It looked pretty dope.
Yeah.
I have to say we disagree.
Let me ask you guys a
what's
question.
the
Do you have
for
any
it?
interest in Miss Bala?
I don't know what that is. What is that? Miss
It's-
I don't need to watch it,
It's
but
the
like,
movie about the girl that gets kidnapped and then
Becomes an action
becomes like
hero?
an action hero.
No, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's like peppermint. Just let it come and go.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, let me ask you guys this question.
I'm listening.
Okay, I have a little bit of free time this weekend. I'm thinking about doing 3 things.
Watching Equilibrium.
No, I've seen that movie. I don't need to watch it again. There's 2 movies I want to watch and 1 game that I want to watch.
Okay.
Play. Okay. I'm gonna play the new Resident Evil game.
Oh,
Thinking about that. Thinking
Do
about
it.
playing.
spoopy.
Do
It's too
it.
spoopy,
No,
Nick.
can't
Don't do it.
However,
I'm too scared.
I don't know if I have enough time to get into that versus the other 2 things that I want to watch. One of which is 8th Grade. That's now available on Amazon Prime.
Fuck yeah.
And the other is Hereditary, which I
Watch
also want to watch.
Hereditary.
So what do I watch first? What do I
Hereditary.
do first? RE?
Play Resident Evil for a couple hours, then watch Hereditary, then go back to Resident Evil.
What do you think, Tim?
I think that's a great
I say
combo.
watch 8th grade.
Okay.
Out of all those.
dude.
Because, like, yeah, but to be real, Resident Evil, you could beat at least the first part of it in like 6 hours.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you play it again, right, as the other character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
a little
into it.
different. I hope that you do this. Any of the stuff, I'd love to hear your thoughts on afterwards.
I'll let you know. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone, I know you were a big fan of 8th grade and Hereditary,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
I didn't like 8th
For
grade,
different reasons.
and I'm curious to see how
I
you
did so.
feel.
That's probably distinctly different movies.
Very different. Very different.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, watch BlacKkKlansman, which is knocking out one more movie out of the
The race.
The
Yeah.
Academy Award race.
and
I don't think
As of-
BlacKkKlansman should win, but
as
that's
of
my
right now,
personal
out of
opinion.
the 5 movies that I've seen, BlacKkKlansman is my number 1 pick.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, but I still have so many more to watch.
I'm still on the Vice train.
Yeah, Vice was good. it's not Best Picture. Just
Dude,
I don't know.
to
It
me,
fills
it
me
is-
with too
it's
much anger.
so good.
I actually now thinking
That's the
about
point of it.
it seems like the best choice.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
It evoked the strongest emotion, that's for
yeah,
sure.
that's true. Thank you so much for joining us on the 5th episode, 4th. I don't know. I wasn't counting of Screencast. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did enjoy yourself, go ahead and give us a little like. If for whatever reason you're like, man, I don't want to miss one of these, go ahead and hit that little bell, and it'll notify you anytime we publish one. Yeah?
Man, I just realized that
Nailed
the woman that acted in Universal Soldier was also in Kazam.
Kazam, dude.
Yo.
Shout out to Shaq.
So many different threads to pull on.
What a beautiful little web we weave.
All right, thank you for joining us.
I'm going to go watch the Hobbs and Shaw trailer again. Bye.
Oh, can I watch with you? Don't you guys have a line you always steal from?
We hungry?
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
we'll see you.
Kill
At
the
the
lights, Barry.
movies.
Kill the lights as we're having.